And I'm here on a mission of mercy. Money's out there. You pick it up, it's yours. You don't, I got no sympathy for you. Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? Put that coffee down. Put that coffee down. That's my name. That's my name.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
Only one thing counts in this life. Get them to sign on the line which is dotted.
Well, happy Monday, my friends. Welcome into this week's Monday Motivation. And excuse me, probably noticed my voice is much better than last week. Last week, I was dealing with a little bit of sickness, having come back from IT Expo in Florida and brought something back with me. For those of you that have never watched this or listened to this, this is my weekly AMA. It's about motivation. It is, a little something to help you get your sales week and your day started off and get out there and kick some ass. So first, check in. Let me know where you're at. We are broadcasting on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook simultaneously. So let me know where you're at. Let me know where you're checking for us. Let me know what's going on with you this week. I'm going to tell a little story today. I'm going to tell a couple stories. So hang in there with me. So some of you may know that I grew up in Utah. From Ohio, right? I grew up in Utah. And as a little boy growing up in Utah, it was quite, it was interesting. Maybe someday they'll make a movie of it. But, growing up in an environment like that, I had to deal with levels of, discrimination and judgment and things that you would expect. When I was a little kid, teachers would always put me in the back of the class. And that's just the way it was. The school year started, they'd stick me in the back of the class for no rhyme or reason other than probably they assumed that I wasn't intellectual. It's just what happened every year. Now, my parents, being who they were, always attended every parent-teacher conference, always came to the school at the beginning of the year. And they made sure that I was moved to the first of the class, in the front of the class, on the front row, which I didn't necessarily love, right? But they made sure that I sat in the front of every single class. They also made sure that I was educated. I learned about my history. I learned about my heritage. I learned about my ancestry. They taught me rather to have pride in who I was in that environment where, oftentimes in the school, I'm one of a couple of Black kids in the whole school. but they taught me to have pride for who I was and educated me and told me why I needed to have pride for it. And so, you can go in one of two directions when you're in an environment like that. You can feel insecure, you can feel less than, or you can lean into who you are and use it to empower yourself. I did number two. No surprise, right? And that it with all respect and praises to my parents for their intentionality. So why am I sharing this story with you today? As I have started this shut the hell up and sell movement, I've had the opportunity to talk to lots of salespeople. I've had opportunity to talk to lots of sales leaders, and I find this common theme. And this common theme is this insecurity, this almost feeling of a shame, like they're ashamed to be, feeling of shame. Shame to be a salesperson. Don't want to call themselves a salesperson. Want to call themselves anything else but a salesperson. We run from it. Just like that little boy that I was, right? Like I had a choice. Like I could either run to it or run from it. I see salespeople running from it. They're shamed to be a salesperson. They're ashamed to have people call them a salesperson. I'll tell you another little story. When I was a teenager, I learned something from my uncle. My uncle, who was a custodian, and the pride that he had in cleaning was crazy. It was ridiculous, but it taught me something. He would talk to me about cleaning toilets and cleaning commodes and like how just the pride that he took in that and making sure that they were beautiful, they're sparkling. And he was a custodian. So I learned from him that the power of pride in what you do. My grandmother was also a custodian. My grandmother was a custodian at the school that my parents went to. You see, there's no shame in taking care of your business. There's no shame in taking care of your family. The only shame is not having pride in it. The only shame is not having pride in it. This is a wake-up call to you salespeople out there. Have pride in what you damn do. There's nothing to be, you should not be ashamed of taking care of your family and taking care of your responsibilities. If you're ashamed, it is because you are not a professional. You see, my grandmother, my uncle, they were professionals and they knew that. That's part of being a professional. You take pride in what you do. You educate yourself. So this is a wake-up call to you salespeople out there, you sales leaders. It's not just salespeople, it's sales leaders. I see it all over. People that have been taking checks, making good-ass money for a long time, that are insecure, that are ashamed to be a salesperson, that are ashamed for getting paid great money to help people, to create solutions, to build businesses, to save businesses. What the hell are you ashamed of? What the hell do you have to be insecure about? Lean into this. Take pride in what you do. Take pride in what we do. This is the noblest of professions. Nothing happens in this world, in business, without something being sold first. Without you, you create jobs. You make things happen. I don't give a shit how great your widget is. The iPhone changed the world. But guess what? Steve Jobs had to do before it changed the world. He had to sell it. And that's what he did. So that's what this is about this week. I'm a little bit, you may feel it in a little bit of this passion. I'm a little bit frustrated because I love this profession. I love what I do, and it is a profession. I've even heard that from folks that I respect that are Leaders in sales, and it's not a profession. It's not a profession, really? It's not a profession if you don't treat it like a profession. If you're not a professional, rewind that. Because my uncle, he was a professional. My grandmother, she was a professional because she took her profession. He took his profession seriously, and he focused on trying to be the best at it and do the very best job that he could, and have pride in his work. Have pride in your work, salespeople. If you can't, I don't know what to tell you. You get paid good money. And again, what we do is admirable. What we do is noble, unless you are a hack. If you're a hack and you're not a professional, you shouldn't have any pride in what it is that you do. But that doesn't change whether you call yourself a salesperson or whatever else, a baker, accountant, whatever. Like, if you're not a professional about how you handle your business, then you should be ashamed. But it's an epidemic amongst salespeople. We want to call ourselves everything but salespeople, right? What do you want to call it? What's the new acronym this week? I don't know. BDR, ADR, SDR, AE. You're a goddamn salesperson. Lean into it. Embrace it. The truth shall set you free. You embrace it, you'll be able to be the very best that you possibly can. Just like when I was a kid. You think I ever felt like I didn't want to be black? Nope. Sure didn't. It didn't matter that everything around me told me that it wasn't great, that it wasn't that I should want to be something else. But I couldn't be something else. I am who I am. So I could either want to be something else, or I could lean into me. I could lean into what I do, lean into who I am. That's what I did. Same thing with you salespeople. Lean into, Jesus Christ, this is what pays your bills. This is what feeds your family. This is what sends your kids to school. How dare you disrespect the profession? How dare you, man? Like, embrace this. Embrace it, or go do something else. Because we don't need one thing we don't need in sales is more hacks. We don't need any more damn hacks. Did y'all ruin it for everybody else? Okay. There it is. I lit it out. Let me check in, see where you guys are coming in from today. Jonathan Latimer, what's going on, my guy? Skyler, what's up? He turned into an order taker. Skyler, you have a guy in sales for me, but he turned into an order taker instead of making things happen. How do I push him out of that order taking mentality? Oh, well, first of all, you have to inspect what you expect. Think about that. If he's an order taker, why is he an order taker? Is it because you have a system that has allowed him to be an order taker? Are you inspecting what you expect? Do you have metrics? Do you have KPIs? Are you driving the activities that incentivize him to do more than be an order taker? Think about that. Are the activities that you're holding this person accountable to, are they activities that result in the outcomes that you want? If they're not, you got to do that. Let's start there. Because people are creatures of habit, and they're going to take usually either the easiest path or the path that you're creating for them, which, if it's the easiest path and it's a path that doesn't go in the direction that you want to go, that's where they're going to go. So you got to think about what you're doing. You got to think about your internal structure. Are you incentivizing the wrong sort of behavior? Are you monitoring and inspecting the right sort of behavior? Are you Are you creating the right metrics, accountability metrics, right? Does this person have any direct outreach metrics that they're accountable to? And if they do have direct outreach metrics, are you actually holding them accountable to it? Are you disciplined in that? I mean, a lot of times, this is not to sound, I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but a lot of times, sales management and leadership ain't that complicated. It really isn't. It's like raising kids. And half the time when our kids are unruly or our kids are undisciplined, it's because we're undisciplined. Unruly. We're undisciplined in the way that we manage them. We're undisciplined in the way that in those accountabilities. It's the same thing in sales. Like there's a little leadership / management advice for you guys. The best leader, the best manager of people is boring as hell. You're boring and predictable. Simple, predictable. They know exactly what to expect, good and bad. Anyway, so my overall advice is you gotta inspect what you expect. You gotta have the right KPIs out there, and you gotta hold them accountable every single time. You got to have that, build that accountability around the right sort of activities that are going to produce the outcomes that you want. What we do is an artwork. Jonathan says, what we do is an artwork. And you, my friend, oh, geez, man. Come on, bro. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and put that up just because hey, I got to shoot. When you get compared to one of the great artists, I mean, shit, I got to put that up there. Thanks, bro. But I hope what you guys hear and what you see is that I take pride in this. Like this is a passion. Business and sales, this is a passion for me. It's more than just what I do. It's who I am. And so, yeah, I want to help and I want to be constructive, but sometimes it really bothers me that people that are in our profession don't give it the respect that it deserves. Something that I've committed my life to and leaned into. This is what I'm about. And I understand the beauty of it. Think about this, guys. Nothing happens until we make it happen. We drive everything. We're the driver. We are the drivers. Anyway, so I want you guys to have some respect for that. So, salespeople. So if you're struggling with that right now, what can you do? Well, first rewind this and listen to what the hell I said to give you some proper context and proper perspective. If my uncle who cleaned toilets for a living could have pride in what he did, which he should because he was a professional at it, well, damn it, why can't you? Why can't you have pride in what you do? Number one. Number two, if you are struggling with it, it may be because you're not a professional yet. That's okay. I can help you. Here's how you start to become a professional. First, you got to accept and lean into what it is that you do and respect it. And then secondly, you got to educate yourself. Become educated. Become the best. There you go. So those are the two things to help you with your insecurity and your insecurity around being a salesperson. Stop calling yourself everything else too. Like you're a salesperson. It's okay. All right. Lean into it. All right. What else is going on out there, guys? I did a 15-minute rant today, which isn't my usual thing. I do appreciate you guys that are watching us live, that are watching us on replay. If you dig anything that comes out of my mouth and you think I might know a little something, you probably will enjoy the book, Shut the Hell Up and Sell, or the audiobook, also named Shut the Hell Up and Sell, available on Amazon and Audible. Pick those up and support your boy. Tell your friends. Tell the leaders in your organization. I am, booking, speaking, and fireside chats and all sorts of things. My schedule is kind of busy. My responsibilities are vast, so I'm not doing as much of that, but I am still doing it. So if you have opportunities you would like me to come out, I'm not cheap. Let's go ahead and put that out there. I'm not coming out there for a Snickers and a Coke Zero, but yeah, I'm not Tony Robbins either. But I am happy to come out there and talk to your group, talk to them about the concepts in the book, help them to get that joy back in sales, help them to connect with why we do what it is that we do. Um, and yeah, so I'm doing some of that. For those of you guys that are in our Avant partners in New York, I will be at your Avant Roadshow here in 3 weeks. So come see your boy if you are an Avant partner. It will be a packed house. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about sales. We're going to talk about channel. We're going to talk about business, talk about entrepreneurship. And that is on the 23rd of March. Outside of that, what's going on here this month? This coming month, we will have a webinar. We'll have a webinar. It's going to be focused on getting how to make your next job your best job. Get the job that you want, not just the job that you find. A lot of people struggle with that. They don't really take the job thing, take control of it the way that I think that you can and should. So I'm going to invite some other leaders on there to give some best practices and help people with coming up with successful strategies for getting the job that you want, and as opposed to just the job that you happen to get through the either timing or luck or the generosity of your network, as opposed to being strategic and targeted and getting exactly what it is that you want. There's a lot of people are out there in the midst of changing jobs and things like that here in 23, especially in tech. All right. We're coming to the bottom of the hour. Let me remind you guys that Business and Bourbon, boop. Get your private Business and Bourbon experience, man. Like we're doing our private virtual whiskey tastings, doing that in the virtual environment. That's weird. Those are pretty cool. Really cool box like this with your company's logos hand engraved on these, all customized. It's a really great experience, a great way to connect with your with prospects, clients, business partners, and it's an intimate way to build an experience. And yeah, so we do those and do them very well. We're the best in the business of that, and creating an experience that's impactful for you and your brand, and allows you to build affinity for your brand. So we do virtual whiskey experiences, we do virtual cocktail experiences, and those are the virtual old-fashioned cocktail experience. Both of these are designed to create impact. We also launched this year our on-demand product, which is really dope. So like your guest will get their box, and in that box they'll have a postcard with a QR code. Boom, they scan that QR code, and then there's a customized whiskey tasting experience that they will walk through at their leisure whenever they want to. So they don't have to hop into a Zoom and everything live. Like they'll scan that, and it's about a 15 to 20 minute video featuring you and featuring one of our master tasters that will walk them through the tasting experience, customized, right? So we're speaking specifically to them, specifically to your audience, and it's not like a general, like just a general video. No, it's made specifically for them. It's really a great way to make tremendous impact and to stand out. Like it's so hard as marketers and business people in today's environment to stand out, right? Because you're trying to out gimmick the gimmicky people. So what we do really good at Business and Bourbon is create experiences that make real impact, right? We're focused on the science of how people think. We're focused on creating high emotional alignment. And so that's why products like that are really very successful in creating that sort of affinity and brand amplification that our partners want, in a world where we're all super, we're competing. You're not just competing. It's funny. Back in the day, you used to be competing with your competitors for business. No, now you're competing for relevancy and attention with everything. As I'm talking to you guys right now, you probably got, you got 2 or 3 screens up. You got a phone in your hand. You got an iPad. Like, I'm competing with everything else in your world just for relevancy. In business, you're competing for relevancy, guys. Like, that's facts. So, like, again, looking at my over here, I've got what you guys can't see. I got a screen there. I got a screen here. I got a screen there. I got a screen up there. And I got a phone right here. So, you got to be thinking about this in marketing and sales and business. Like, how do you make impact? How can you compete in the game for relevancy and attention, in a world where it's increasingly more difficult to do that? All right. So we're at the bottom of the hour. Every single week, guys, I'm here. 12 o'clock, 12 Eastern. Come join your boy. It's Ask Me Anything. For those of you guys that are just joining or joining late, rewind this. If you're in sales, rewind it and record it and share it with your friends, because this was real talk today. And some of you, it may be a pill that is difficult for you to swallow, but you need to swallow it. You need to swallow it. So rewind this, start it from the top. And you can go to our website and watch this as well. It's on YouTube, it's on LinkedIn, all the platforms that matter to us. Yeah, get in there. And thanks for my guy Skylar. Thanks for my guy Jonathan for checking in. I can't see any more comments. I'm sorry, guys. It kind of goes in and out sometimes, but I appreciate all of you giving me your time live or giving me your time on replay. It's still your time, and that's a great honor to me. So I appreciate that. All right. Have a fantastic week. Let's get this bad boy started. Let's go kick some ass. Let's go have some success. We're at the end of the month, but we're at the beginning of the week. It's a weird time, right? But it's an exciting time nonetheless, and a time for opportunity, right? Like, as long as you're above ground, all you got is air and opportunity, man. So go get it. Today's the day. Make it happen. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Go make it happen. Have a great week. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.